Jeremy and I are going to talk about a whole bunch of things, but really the presentation is going to be focused on opportunities for students with intellectual disabilities, intellectual and developmental disabilities who may not meet the standard entrance requirements at the university. We're going to talk about some initiatives that we have going on. So I guess unless Jeremy's has information that I'm forgetting about, really this program is focused on students who are not going to be able to meet those traditional entrance requirements. So just so you have a heads up about what we're talking about. I know I saw at the same time there is a presentation on the Raven Scholar program, which is something we have at University of Idaho that's for students with autism who are attending college in a traditional sense, degree seeking, bachelor's degree. So if there's any folks here that are looking for options that have autism or have family members with autism that are looking for school in a traditional sense, I would recommend going over to the Raven Scholar presentation. But this is great too. We're happy to have you here as well. I just want to make sure everyone knows what we're talking about. So yeah, we can go to the next slide. Great. So yeah, my name's Andy Sheaf. I'm special ed faculty at University of Idaho up here in Moscow. So one of the things that Dr. Ford and I have been working on with a handful of other people for a number of years now is developing opportunities for individuals with intellectual developmental disabilities at colleges, universities. It's part of a nationwide movement where this is becoming more and more common throughout the country. And the National Coordinating Center is called Think College, and we received a grant to develop Think College Idaho, which is all about developing these opportunities. So before I talk too much about it, I'll just have the video that we have that we made is really kind of a nice overview of what we're talking about. So Amy, do you mind? There's a link down there at the bottom, or Jeremy's running it. Sorry, Jeremy, you're running it. It says you are viewing Jeremy Ford's screen. I wonder what kind of ad we're going to get. I was playing videos in class today and got 2 ads. YouTube's really stepping it up. And Jeremy, you may be muted. We're not getting audio, or I'm not getting audio at least.
Promoting meaningful
there we go.
access promoting meaningful access to colleges and universities for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Think College Idaho collaborates with key stakeholders on program development, improvement, public policy initiatives, and research to create high-quality, inclusive opportunities to attend college for all Idahoans.
As Dylan grew older, he knew that college was a pretty natural thing that you do after you go to high school. And he saw his brother and sister going to college, and it was like, well, that's what I want to do too. So it was an advocacy journey because we actually had to go all the way up to the vice chancellor level to get permission for Dylan to audit classes on campus.
College is fun, very focused, working hard, have good homework, we have a party, and very fun.
So why are we doing this? Number one, I think because people with disabilities tend to be underemployed. So what we're doing in schools, isn't sufficient. When you look at more philosophical reasons, high school students with disabilities are seeing the peers go off to college and universities. This is almost like a normative pathway that many students follow, yet students with intellectual and developmental disabilities aren't able to meet the admission criteria for colleges and universities, so they're not afforded this opportunities that their peers are afforded. Another reason for this is just the idea of inclusion, and that we really value inclusion in our K-12 schools, yet when we get to higher ed, we say, yeah, but not here. And it's also great for the colleges and universities. Colleges and universities, generally speaking, value diversity and are very interested in having a diverse student body. And if we're really trying to get a cross section of the population, that would include students with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Make sure they're following proper rules.
Safety.
There you go.
Spark is a program at Lewis Clark State College for students with disabilities. Spark teaches key skills that lead to independence, employment, happiness, and success.
We're also going to do a club salad or wrap. Who can tell me what the term club stands for?
Bryce enjoys the challenges of his culinary class and is preparing to start a new job at a local pizza restaurant.
I wanted to go to college because I thought it would be a great learning opportunity for me. And I thought that I could make some new friends. College has helped me learn more knife skills and kitchen skills as I've worked in the Sodexo kitchen. And I'll be starting at Southway Pizzeria in October.
The Spark curriculum is adapted to fit individual needs, including vocational training and career development, social skills, and skills to promote personal independence.
Think College, Idaho.
Think College, Idaho.
Think College, Idaho.
Think College, Idaho. Think College, Idaho.
Think College, Idaho.
Think College, Idaho.
Thank you, Dr. Ford. So if you want access to that video, if you just Google Think College, Idaho, we have a website and you can access that video that way, or you can just do it right on YouTube.
Welcome back to our community tours. My name's Trey with Build Idaho.
Hey, Trey. Jeremy, you want to go to the next slide? Hidden Springs. Is that not cooperating?
I think I'm back now.
Hey,
Excuse the technical difficulties. Proceed, Dr. Sheaf.
always good to hear your voice. You want to check slide number 3? I'm gonna talk really briefly about this and really just hand it off to Dr. Ford because he's got a lot more going on that's especially relevant to folks down there. But we're at the University of Idaho. We're developing our Vandal Quest program, Quality University Experiences to Support Transition. We are right now only serving students in the local area. We don't have any residential options yet, so it's not really relevant to most folks here yet. Hopefully, we're going to be there soon. We're working towards that. And our Vandal Summer Academy is our summer program that we do through vocational rehabilitation. But I want to skip that, and I do want to pass it off to Dr. Ford. I know he's got great information about what is going on at Boise State. So I'll stop talking and let him take over.
Well, thank you. Dr. Sheep, there's certainly great stuff going on at the University of Idaho as well. And as I think the beginning of the presentation shows, we're all in this together. This is a statewide thing and creating opportunities across the state wherever students and families may be. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little bit bigger because I think that's important. So there we go. And I want to talk about 3 separate things, I guess, real quick here. Dr. Sheep was talking about the summer program up at the University of Idaho. We have Prep Academy down here at Boise State. We are full for this year. We're going to do a day program only. Normally we do an overnight program where students stay in the dorms and we can kind of have that whole college experience. But COVID's going to, again, have us move us towards some creativity and being creative with how we provide services. And that is our plan, but we hope next summer, in the summer of 2022, things will really be back to normal and we can be back to staying in the dorms for a week and and have that whole experience. So if you are interested in Prep Academy, reach out to VR counselor. The programs are supported by VR, and we need to go through them to get involved in the program. To return back to Think College and that whole idea of Think College Idaho, the Peers program is what we have going on at Boise State, and it is a 2-year certificate program. We have opportunities for inclusive coursework and social experiences, person-centered planning. We do have our second cohort in place. We're going to have 3 or 4 students in a second cohort to start this fall. Our first cohort had 3 students. They're just wrapping up. It's finals week. And so we're maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure and a little bit of the stress, but folks are doing great. And we're really excited next year to have, it looks like 6 or 7 students with intellectual and developmental disabilities taking Boise State coursework and participating with other Boise State students on all that the university has to provide. Again, things opening up from COVID and having more opportunities for groups and clubs and things of that nature. We're really looking forward to it. You can see some coursework down there. So students in the Peers program earn a certificate in community and career readiness studies. That certificate is approved by the university. It is approved by the Board of Education in the state of Idaho. And you can see in there some courses that students take that are specific to the Peers program. They include coursework in kind of community and career planning, getting ready for what it is that we need to do in college to be successful, and identifying courses that we might be interested in taking, job exploration and employment practicums, where we work on job skills and identifying possible careers and jobs that we're interested in, a capstone experience that is kind of accumulating experience for students in the program, that this is what we've learned here. We're in our final semester, and these are all the things that we've learned as we've gone through the program. And students also take a university foundations course. These are great courses. They're courses that all first-year students at the university take, and students in the Peers program take one also. They take that class for credit, and so that's a good place to talk about, well, what do we take for credit and what isn't necessarily for credit, or what is audited. Those courses that are program specific are courses that students take for credit, as well as the University Foundations course. And then other Boise State courses can either be taken for credit or they can be taken for audit. And either way, they count towards the certificate. So we really work with professors and instructors at Boise State to support students. If we can get students to take a class for credit, great, that's what we want to do. If taking a class for credit isn't going to be possible because we're going to make too many changes and too many modifications to the course, that's fine too. We're going to develop a plan that shows what the student needs to do to successfully audit the course, and we want that to be a meaningful experience also. So we have a plan in place for auditing also, but students can take classes for credits. One of our students in their second semester took a Film 190 class for credit this past semester, did a great job, and we were really proud of him. He did really good work. Before the Peers program, though, another opportunity that is available that I want folks around here to know about is the STARS project. And in that project, we have students, typically they've been students from transition programs, but we have looked into maybe expanding that a little bit. But for the most part, it's been students, again, with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They participate in our Introduction to Special Education course. Most of the students in that course are Boise State students who are hoping to be teachers. They take that course, and the idea is that the students we bring to campus have a unique perspective that only they can really share. You know, most of these students have been receiving special education services for a very long time, probably as long as they can remember, and they know the process inside and out from someone receiving services. And so it's great for other Boise State students who want to be teachers to hear that experience and learn from them. So students who participate in the STARS project meet with peers. They have a peer ally that they meet with before class or after class, that they can participate in some modified assignments that's related to the material that students are learning. And again, they get to share about their experience and what that means. We are looking at ways of going virtual. That's gotten a little interesting. I think people are a little over the virtual thing. But maybe as life returns to normal and virtual seems more like a luxury than a necessity, that will change again also, because we want to reach out really even to schools in Boise that are just a little bit too far to come to campus during the day for that class. Or maybe you're here and you know somebody who is out in Kuna or Emmett or Caldwell, and you know we'd like to have them around too. So you can feel free to spread the word. This class used to have an online section. It is now only going to have 2 face-to-face sections, but we really still want to work on ways to have students come in for a virtual experience and participate in the STARS project. So these are 3 opportunities. Prep Academy is a summer thing for students with a variety of disabilities. Again, work with VR. Peers program is a 2-year certificate program for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And the STARS project is an opportunity for students who are in high school or in a transition program who want to get a little taste of what college might be like, and maybe they're interested in pursuing that further. The last thing we want to talk about a little bit here is just another shout out for one more folk rehab counseling program. And this is the Academy Next program at Idaho State. So this is Idaho State's equivalent to Summer Academy. Oh, I messed up the name there, Dr. Sheaf, at the University of Idaho, and Prep Academy at Boise State. It's a really fun program that Dr. Gollop has put together there. Students work on communication skills and do a lot about preparing for job interviews and socializing with their peers. A huge focus on self-advocacy and self-efficacy. Again, Dr. Gollop has great stories about Academy Next. One thing I felt I would be remiss if I didn't mention was this bottom picture here. And they get to create this, she's not allowed to say explosion, but I don't think Idaho State lawyers can touch me. So it's basically an explosion that they work with one of the science departments there on campus and create that experience. And it's really fun to watch the videos. So again, that's another opportunity for students with disabilities. If you're interested, reach out to Folk Rehab. And unlike, just to be very clear, all the programs are open across the state. And so I think the University of Idaho program and Idaho State's program are both going to be online this summer, if there are still spots open there.
Yeah, I was going to say that real quick, that our Vandal Summer Academy, which like Jeremy's thing at Boise State, we usually do face-to-face. We are doing, it's tough to get excited about Zoom these days, but we wanted to offer something. So we have a 2-week Vandal Summer Academy that's just in the mornings from June 14th through June 23rd, I believe. It's it's 2 weeks. So have your talk to a VR counselor, or have your family member talk to a VR counselor if you're interested in that, or I could share more information.
Absolutely. And then, hopefully in summer 2022, everything is going to be back to face again. And just if you're thinking about this down the road, these programs are for students between the ages of 15 and 21, again, working with Folk Rehab. We've all had students from all parts of the state come to our programs when we're face-to-face. So if you're interested in the University of Idaho, great, go check it out. If you're interested in Idaho State, same thing. And if you come to Boise State, we won't recruit you real hard to come to our school. We're just wanting to help support students and where they want to go. So go check us all out, hopefully when things are normal again.